ACS, ACIS, ACI, ARB, ACAMS, FBR, IPA, IFA, MNI, FCFCSI, and all these permits me to just go into the other point.
It's okay. It's not that.
So Professor Godwin Ilokun is a distinguished scholar and practitioner with over 23 years of multidisciplinary experience in law, forensic, accounting, taxation, financial development, and public policy analysis. Currently, a professor of accounting and financial development at Leeds City University, Ibadan. He is widely respected for his contributions to academia and industry. Professor Oyedokun is the founder of Oge Group and serves as the principal partner at Oyedokun Godwin Emmanuel & Co., a firm recognized for its expertise in accounting, tax advisory, and forensic auditors. Throughout his career, he has held several key roles, including partner, audit, and forensic services at Ibrahim Jima & Co. Chartered Accountants, and Director of Tax, Forensic, and Regulatory Services at Saffron Professional Services. He has also held leadership positions such as Audit Manager at Gola Oyigoke & Co., Chartered Accountant, and Accounts Manager, Head of Accounts at Bond Chemical Industries Limited, where he also served as Financial Accountant and Cost and Management Accountant. In addition, he was a Senior Analyst, Resident Control and Risk Officer at Excel Management Services Limited. Earlier in his career, Professor Yukon worked as an audit trainee, additional Adedayo & Co., Chartered Accountant, and completed an industrial attachment at the Bursary Department of University of Ibadan, where he gained experience in the correspondence, assets and insurance, and payroll section. In academia, Professor Yukon has held adjunct positions at various prestigious universities, both in Nigeria and internationally. His extensive academic experience complements his practical knowledge, making him a highly sought-after educator and consultant in the fields of forensic accounting, financial development, and taxation. He has also played significant roles at the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, CITN, where he led the Education, Research, and Technical Directorate, as well as the Finance and ICT Directorate. As an author, public policy analyst, and international speaker, Professor Yedokun continues to share his expertise across various platforms, influencing both policy and practice in the financial world. Professor Yedokun is the Governing Council member of Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, CITN, and the Business Recovery and Insolvency Practitioners of Nigeria, BRIPAN. Is a past chairman of our Noble District, Ilupeju Gbagada and Justice Society, is happily married with children. Please, let's hand over this session to our leader, do one of the things that he knows how to do best. You are welcome, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I want to quickly do something. If it will work, give me 2 seconds. Okay, so this will reduce to some extent what we refer to as distraction. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you once again to this this program, and I beg to quickly off my camera so that I can have good quality Zoom and the internet. If you want to see my face, just look at this cover page. I think it should be okay. My dear colleagues, I want to use this opportunity to thank the chairman of our district, in person of Dr. Samuel Abe Chayo, for inviting me to come and speak to us. I use all the power I have within me to resist and to say no. Let's get other people from outside so that we can have other people, but it's like the majority carried the votes and my minority did not have any say. I want to say thank you. The vice chairman and other ESCO member, especially our secretary and my immediate past chairman, thank you so much for allowing this. Yoruba will say, our elder, Dr. Bingo Midiji, and our pillar, Otumba Benga Otumba Abiola, thank you so much for the inspiration. The topic we have today, I don't know why the technical secretary want to actually kill me today, because I can see digital accounting, I can see blockchain technology, I can see digital technologies, and I can see financial reporting qualities, all within 1 hour. And I can confirm to you that each of these variables in this topic are on their own rights, topical issue to be discussed. And the slide may not move as you may want it, but just listen to much of what I want to say. Within the space of time, we will discuss most of what I'm projecting here. And the slide will stay on this for some time while I laid foundation to what I want to say. Elsewhere, where I discuss this kind of issue, I have given a lot of example of where some of us, as small as we are in this profession, started. We started where we are using rule sheets, Kalamazoo, to prepare our financial statements. Therefore, accounting is accounting. Calling it or naming it or having naming ceremony for it and calling it digital accounting is to say that there was a time when accounting was not digital. So this should be a kind of historical background and historical analysis for some of our colleagues that are just qualifying for within the last 8 years, so as to understand that things were happening before they became a member of this noble profession, in whichever disguise that we are coming from. The senior colleagues, counting done other than electronic ways of doing it will not be part of what we are discussing today, because they cannot pass the test of digital counting. Therefore, when you were writing your exams, even when you passed or qualified last year, the accounts that you prepared for Ican is not still digital accounting. Yes, Ican can prove that they mark your scripts digitally, but the accounts were not still digital because we were not given computer system to do that during the examination. We'll get there one day, but that notwithstanding, when you do all sort of to ensure the financial statement is ready, devoid of almost 100% human interaction, you can be said to have been so close to digital accounting. Go back to your definition of data and data processing. And I quickly tell you, most of these things I will be saying, you will not see it in the slide, please. And that's why I said, please, if you are in this class, congratulations, because the slide will not give you more than 10% of what I want to say today. And the slide is also much. Okay? So at that time that we'll get to what I've discussed, I'll just jump and pass. But I want us to be more attentive. That's why I want you to be looking at what I'm saying and then listen and make some notes. Data has been said to be that raw fact that must be processed in order to get information. Now, this data, according to what we were taught some 30 years ago when we were in year one in our polytechnic and the likes, we were told that it can be processed manually, semi-manually, and electronically. During this period, they were only telling us about electronic ways of doing this. We weren't even able to see that which they call computer. Maybe one in that school, entire school, and you know the size, what it can be. Therefore, we were told that when you process your data electronically, it has certain advantages as such. Of course, I should not come to this place and be telling you that make it faster, accuracy, consigns, and the likes, and save time, save cost, blah, blah, blah. However, when you fast forward to what we have today, you will realize that accounting, as it were purely apprenticeship job, whereby somebody should stand behind somebody and learn how it is being done. Okay? If that is anything to also go about and follow, it then means that when you apply digital technologies in order to automate and enhance these our traditional ways of doing accounting before you qualify, then you must have enhanced that traditional process. Then we can say it's a lot of shifts from manual, which is one of the ways or method of processing data. And then it gives us this efficient-driven data processing approach. Then definition of data in this regard is accounting data. That is shenanigans that has to do with accounting. And at the end of the day, we have various key aspects that speaks to what we are discussing today. The stringing core list. I want you to know that within this framework, you are talking about cloud accounting. If you talk about cloud accounting as one of the breakdown of digital accounting, then you let us know that it utilizes the technology that reside in the cloud, especially the software, to do what? In order to store and manage our financial data online. Now, let me pause and give some certain background. If you go back to your introduction to computer, those days, ACC 101 or Computer 101, the issue of software must have been discussed thoroughly. The issue of software must have been discussed what? Thoroughly. And we were told that software could be divided into two. I don't know what you are dividing into tomorrow. We have system software and we have application software. Now, within the realm of this same software, we said is a collection of related programs for computer to perform the tasks of both the computer itself and the users of the computer. Now, if you now break it into its constituency, which is system software and application software. So we pick that of system software to mean that all the related programs written this time around for computer to perform its own task, unlike the application software, which were written for computer to perform the task of the user. Now, replace the user to accountant now. The software we are talking about will still be application resides on your computer, which is, it depends on the kind of operating system that you are using, which means this same operating system is also one of the variants of system software. So your digital accounting platform is having its relative forefathers from application software, but residing on the system software in order to allow interaction between you, accountants, and the system. Then what is loaded on the system, because the data on the system cannot be seen with your naked eyes. So a lot of things go in between that. The single, ladies and gentlemen, it is not ending there. So this also will offer real-time access to your financial information. Then one of the benefits is that it will facilitate the collaboration among accountants, even your clients and other stakeholders. And that will mean that if you ask Olubodun, it will tell you that the accounting package that you all call accounting package serves as database management system in between you, the users of financial statement, and the system itself. So the automation, which is another kind of variant of it, will help you to continue to do that which we call iterative process in terms of data entry and the likes. And when you embrace this, it means you will eventually ensure that you reduce manual error that can come about as a result of you using your hand. And I give you an example of what has happened to me in my early days in accounting. The Kalamazoo I'm talking about is a very big, giant analysis book. And they will make me, no, I have a very bad handwriting till tomorrow. They will make us to write accounting particulars on that, and you will post. If it is one line to the end and you make mistake, you cannot TPS. If anything happens, you have to start crying because you must remove that page and start all over again. That's the kind of training some of us received when we're there. Now, during that period, it was difficult for us to do what we know now as data analytics, because how do you convert it? In fact, when we were to move to computerized environment, they have to send us to training all over again, that kind of thing. So if you follow what I'm saying, digital accounting presupposes that everything you are doing it on computer related or technology that supports that. Before I move on to another concept, I think I should quickly highlight some of the benefits that you will gain when you move your when you are on digital accounting process. One is that it helps you to increase efficiency. Of course, I don't need to come to this place and start explaining the meaning of that. Bamiwo, please stop touching the screen. Please. It helps you to improve efficiency at which you do your job. I know you all use computer these days, but some of us are still within the realm of using the Excel spreadsheet. There are better applications that but because of the fact that it's very technical and complex, some of us still want to use our Excel and be deceiving ourselves. It helps you with real-time insight into what you have done, and it can also enhance collaboration. That is, it helps you to improve communication and collaboration among stakeholders that we are talking about there. So if you dig deep into digital accounting, you will know that it helps you for greater accessibility, and the security of it is very, very sure. Now, this issue of security that I talk about, I will repeat it when I get to blockchain technology. Now, let's look at, before I move on, let's look at the impact of digital accounting on accounting profession. Of course, it's helped us to transform the role of accountant from that data processor to strategic advisor. Instead of you being employed to be converting manual transaction into computer, then they turn you to a kind of secretary that will now be typing and be doing all sort of. You are now going to be strategic advisor, which is our main role once you are a qualified accountant. It also helps us to develop new skills. You can imagine how far it took us to move from that aspect of life to this aspect of life. So that's one of those things you will also enjoy. I will also confirm to you that the profession is moving towards future where technology and human experts work together so as to provide valuable financial insights. So if you follow us in this, you will understand to the latter that this is a thing to do. I want to be worried that if you qualify within the last 2-3 years, are you supposed to still be talking about manual or semi-manual or the last shop floor level of digital accounting? The answer is no, because we were not giving that when the manual was manual. Therefore, what you should take up from this digital accounting discussion that I've just made is automation, analytics, and accessibility. If that is okay, we can move to blockchain technology. Now, when we talk about blockchain technology, have certain things in mind, and I'll give you 3: decentralized, immutable, and transparent. Now, what is this saying? It's saying that by the time we talk about blockchain technology, we are talking about that which can revolutionize the various things that we do within the space of our accounting. Not only that, our finance, supply chain, and even in Nigeria, the voting system is not left out. And with it has ability to provide what we refer to as a single shared version of the truth as we have it in our accounting. Now, if you look at our watchword, accuracy, integrity, and the likes, you will realize that even when I told you about Kalamazoo that I used when I started my own accounting, even when I made mistake, what did I say I did? We have to remove that page. What will some people do? They will tip us. What will some people do? They will use Biro to cancel it. But on blockchain technology, it is too immutable to anything called changes. And don't forget where we are going is quality of financial reporting at the end of the day today. But I'm laying foundation on how we can arrive at quality financial reporting. So immutability of blockchain technology make it very, very useful in accounting realm, even more than every other field. One, we want to see why people we want to change financial record. What will make people want to change financial record? It could be as a result of the fact that they want to cover the tracks. It could be as a result of the fact they want to bury their mistake. It could be as a result of the fact that they have done shady thing and they don't want people to see it. Now, if you really want that which can help you have a record, and by the time you must change, you need all the family member to sign up before anything can be changed. Then you talk about blockchain technology. Now, one of the things that we need to also realize here is that because it is decentralized, it is very, 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 very uncommon for any mistake from one nodus to affect the whole. If you look at the right side of my computer system, my slide, you will see things that look like is it globe or bulb or whatever that is connected with links. If let's take, for example, that these shiny bulbs and the links represent cable and the computer system. If any of these computer system represented by balls or bulb is having issue, it will never affect other one because it is only that one that will be isolated and it will continue, unlike the present system that everybody know. So the single ladies and gentlemen, when you apply blockchain technology, you are sure of the fact that once record is recorded, once data is recorded, it cannot be altered. And if you must alter, it means you want to replace the whole technology, which you need to explain with the aid of diagram to those people that are charged with the governance of that particular organization. And I talk about decentralized, that is, no single central authority can control the network. You know, when something is centralized, it means at the end of it, they can do and undo. But this time around, it is decentralized to the extent that you do not have power to sit one place and control or disrupt and ensure that the system is not functioning well. So the transparency out of it means that everyone can see what you have recorded on this blockchain technology if you are using it for accounting program, which means you can see through it. Therefore, digital accounting will do well by connecting blockchain technology. So how will this work? Of course, it may be technical time, but we have what we call transaction. And I have 5 of these. Transaction, here we are saying, when the transaction occurs, that is when you transfer a digital currency, when you record accounting information, it will group with other transactions and it will form a block. So when you form a block, the next thing is that you can verify it. That is verification. So the network of that computer will verify the transaction within that block. And the next thing is to create what we call hashtag. Okay, each block is now assigned a unique hash, which will now be a kind of cryptographic fingerprint that will enable us to know that this is what this is doing, and to change it will be very, very difficult. And the next step, which is the fourth one, is chain formation. And then this chain formation will use the hash of this block that we have to continue to create and enable this thing to work together. Then finally, immutability, that is, you will not be able to single-handedly say you want to change anything or alter. If you try it, a previous block will not allow it, and the hash that we have used must change. And when it changes, everybody will see it. And don't forget that fraudulent activities must be premeditated, must be intentional. It cannot be accidental. So you cannot claim that you actually made mistake of wanting to alter that kind of record that you have already inscribed or written on blockchain enabled technology. Okay, so with this, it's going to be more difficult for anyone to single-handedly say, okay, I want to go and change. And that's what we call immutability aspect of it. And if you sum all this up, it means transparency will be there, because once transaction is traceable to everybody, as you are trying to alter it, everybody will know what you have put that make the house to be burnt. So one of the things you need to take home from this blockchain technology is the transparency out of it, the security of it, the decentralization of it, the efficiency at which it works, and then the fact that audit trail is very important, and we call that one traceability, which provide a kind of clear, auditable record for transaction. The likes of Madam Onaitan will now be able to sit in our office in Ibadan and do what? Trace and see everything without need to go and be calling police again. So now, I should not end this section of blockchain technology without telling you how we can apply it. Okay, I should not just be in a hurry. Okay, let me quickly chip in some things that we will need to take home here. Is that you can apply this blockchain technology in cryptocurrency, and don't forget that cryptocurrency has to do with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies that are built on blockchain technology. The reason why this issue of Bitcoin and etc. will continue to do well is because once you record it on blockchain technology, it is going to be difficult for people to manipulate it. It also helps you in supply chain management, because you can always track your goods from origin to the destination, and thereby authenticate it and make sure that it's transparent enough. I also want to put forward that it helps you with the respect of the concept of smart contract. That is, it can be seen to be self-executing contract in nature. With the time of the agreement that you have with contractual party between buyer and seller, they can jointly, directly write this code or approve the code. Once that is done, it means they will continue to enjoy their part of the bargain. And don't forget, we have agreements, we have contracts. If agreement is sealed and written and delivered, it's said to be contractually bound. And contract is an agreement that the law will enforce. If contract is an agreement that the law will enforce, before law will enforce it, it means you must have evidence that you can use to prove or disprove facts within that contract. So blockchain technology will also help you as an accountant that want to be strategically balanced in what you do in that. Godwin, is it going to be normal for me to just paint blockchain technology without telling you certain things that can go wrong? I think I should give you like 3 of these things. And number one is scalability. Scalability is that it can handle a large volume of transaction. And because of that, it is challenging. Okay. What of energy consumption? Don't forget that some of these blockchain network require significant energy consumption. What I have not studied well is whether it will also consume more of your internet data availability. Then the last one I want to tell you about this is regulation. That is, presently as we have, it is going to be difficult to say this is a clear regulation about cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, because even everybody is novice as far as this is concerned. And you will recall that even Nigeria is going forth and back on the issue of whether they should accept this or not. But again, they were forced to accept because of the fact that people really wanted to have it, and they are saying in that. So conclusively on blockchain technology, I can say it has potential to disrupt many industries. So accountant that you have, you must not find yourself in this kind of trouble water, because we are many now. You may think the extraction of professional accountant by Ican is not much, but I can tell you that some people did not even have professional qualification and they find themselves in accounting profession and they are still doing this work. So once you make mistake and you are no longer reasonable about the work you are doing, you are out of the race. And that is why, even among the professional accountants of Ican extraction, how many of all of us still practice core accounting? How many of all of us? You see a lot of people, the likes of BCDU, Abe, they are in tax arena. Even my Delmidi is a strategic marketer. Okay, my own accounting now is in classroom. So once you make mistake, some people are already ready to take over from you. Are they single, ladies and gentlemen? Because I do not have all the time in the world. I think I've spent 5 minutes out of my 1 hour. Let us look at the concept of financial reporting quality, which is the cross of this. But before then, let me quickly explain certain things, because when I was explaining blockchain technology, I also look at digital technology within the space of things where you are, where I'm projecting this financial reporting quality. So now, for your information and for your immediate graphs, please stop touching the screen, please, 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 please. So digital technology now, we have talked about digital accounting, we have talked about blockchain technology. Then I want to quickly talk about digital technology before we move to financial reporting quality. When you talk about digital technology, you talk about that integral part of our life. And when I say life, it is a modern one, not from the day of John the Baptist, okay? How it transforms the way we communicate, the way we work, the way we learn, the way we interact, even with the world, okay? Under this digital technology, that's where you have all these technological issues that I'm talking about, including your digital accounting. But again, accounting information is derived from accounting data. So we have digital data. At its core, digital technology will ensure that your digital data can be transformed to information that the users of financial information will need. And this is represented in 0 and 1. Don't forget your computer those days, okay? Because it will allow you for efficient storage. Your accounting data in the database management system is not represented in these letters that you can read, but it is represented in code like zeros and 1 that allow for efficient storage, efficient processing, efficient transformation of no matter the amounts of data we are talking about. Now, let me remind us of something. You know, in your data processing effort, we have stages. And the stages are like 6 or thereabout, if I still remember. 1 is your data gathering effort. You must get your accounting data ready. Then, because we are no longer talking about manual way of doing it, we are not talking about electronic way of doing it, then you have your data inputted into computer system. then you either store it or process it. The two stages are together like that. Then when you process it and you don't need it, you still store it, or you push it out as output that people need. And then when it is out, whether soft manner or hard manner, through your printer or output devices, then until it gets to the table of those that need it, your accounting information is not done yet. And remind me, before we finish today, we must link this thing to the qualitative characteristics of useful accounting information. Okay, so we'll be able to see how all this Turenchi I'm speaking can dovetail into financial reporting quality that I'm talking about. So digital data must be electronically processed. And in processing it, you need electronic devices and system. Okay, in it, you need enough data storage. In it, you need software and the application software, the way I discussed it the other time. And you must also know that digital technology presupposes that you understand better part of artificial intelligence, cloud computing, Internet of Things, blockchain technology, cybersecurity, because they all have impact on digital technology, and the impact will be on communication, business, education, even all aspects of life. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, digital technology are constantly evolving, and their impact on the society is not what you can just or directed. Okay, so you are not going to hold your head up as an accountant if you really do not understand the shenanigans in your accounting line and how it affects human race. Now, this is a topic that should take 4 hours. So I'm just trying to compress everything. That's why it looks as if I'm talking like computer. So sorry about that. Okay, now let's come to the crux of this matter. Why we are. Peter, please stop touching our screen. Now, look at this. Financial reporting quality. Now, go to your chat box now and type what in your mind is this quality that you are talking about. I want one word. Please, once I see 10 people chatting, I'll be fine. This quality, what is your expectation about this quality that we are talking about? Please, let's do that. Let's do that. Reliability, accuracy. Please don't come and beg, leave this shenanigans of integrity. Continue. When you say quality, what is it that we are talking about? Completeness, continue, integrity, useful end user. Okay, uniformity, reliable, understandable, clarity, timeliness, comparable, acceptable, trustworthy. I'm looking for some names, so I've not seen those names. So, okay, understandability. Okay, the next 1 minute, please stop typing. If you have not started typing, please don't worry again. It's okay. Now, anybody that type now, I will debit your account with our district, 1,000 naira. If you type now, any name that come after that means I will debit your account with 1,000. Imasun, you will pay 1,000. Orekure, blessing, you will pay 1,000. Secretary, if you please note, then Yomi and your brother, you pay 1,000 for violating my rule. In Wadike, my chairman, you pay 5,000 for violating my platform here from Uluyole. You better say sorry before I change my mind. Now, don't mind all those ones that are talking now. They want to get mark from Ilupeju. Okay. Now, let's look at something. Something cannot be of quality if anything changes, if anything is missing about what make that particular thing. How can you be a quality Ican member if you have not paid your subscription this year? Can you be a Lupeji Bagada member if you have not paid your subscription? If you are not attending meeting, the quality of it is relative and is subjective. And this is why your quality will continue to be enhanced Because in one of the holy books, they say faith comes by hearing and hearing the word of the Lord. That is, you are going to be better accountant when you continue to hear other people talk about the issue of accounting. I'm very sure the secretary and technical secretary did not time me. They didn't remember to give me time. So if I go out of my time, let me check time. They will not want to beat me onto it. Now, financial reporting quality is just a critical aspect of our corporate governance and financial market issue. Now, somebody will now say, Godwin, don't come. Which one is corporate governance and financial market? Now, go back to financial market history. You have done strategic financial management to the extent of, say, you are proud as an accountant. But look at it, my colleagues. In the financial market, you will see that the appropriate code that they have there were superior than everything. And that forces Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria to also now have a direct code. Because the integrity of financial market rests solely on the financial information that is available to users of financial statement. Okay? Because of this, if you are talking about financial reporting quality, you must talk about financial markets, because information about a company that you want to invest in, you will first of all need financial information about that particular organization. Then what happened to corporate governance? Corporate governance presupposes that this is the way, this is the manner, this is how this organization is being directed and commanded. So if this way of, that's why we are different in IGDS, because we have that link that checks everybody and every activities that we do at a time. Therefore, for accounting information to be useful, for accounting information to portray what it purports to portray, such accounting information must possess certain characteristics. Then these characteristics stem from the fact that when there is a sound corporate governance, the organization will not want to derail, because attempt to deviate and derail is dangerous. Therefore, the degree to which financial statement provide that useful and reliable information to user, such as the investor, creditor, and other stakeholder, could be said to be what brings about quality of financial statement. And let me quickly break it down before you go. Now, all these things I'm saying look like theory, but don't worry, you will make sense of it any moment from now. Now, there are characteristics for financial reporting quality. There are high quality characteristics for high quality financial reporting. And this can be divided according to what we have been taught severally. And the categorization of it is fundamental and enhancing. What do I call it? Fundamental and enhancing. You don't just bring them together. Some are fundamental, some are enhancing. No. Godwin, talk to us. Use yourself as an example. Now, let me use myself as an example. For you to know I am Godwin, there are some things that are fundamentally basic about me. One, the way I talk, the way I reason. Those are fundamental. But some certain things enhance my characteristics, like my level of education, level of exposure, the people I move with, the kind of lifestyle I embraced. Those are enhancing characteristics, including the way I use filler, like Omo Ibadan, the way I dress, the way I carry myself. Okay, those are enhancing characteristics. The single ladies and gentlemen, we have read and we will continue to read that the one that we call fundamental will be two of it. I need 10 people to quickly type those fundamental characteristics that you know. Two, they are just two. And I'm watching you make mistake and you pay 1,000 naira. 1, 2, go. Fundamental characteristics, faithful representation, and this, thank you. relevancy, faithful representation, relevancy. Angelina, you should have interest in that. So it's okay. After 1 minute, if you send anything again, you will pay 1,000. Accuracy call, accuracy ni. Michael, the guy there though. In fact, for telling accuracy, go and pay 1,000 to my secretary. Aminat, for calling it comparability, please go and pay 1,000. Say you don't want to. Oh yeah, now you don't type again. If you type now, you pay 1,000. And for those of you that type accuracy, please go and pay 1,000. My secretary is counting. No. Now, when we talk about fundamental characteristics, the single ladies and gentlemen, they are basic one, and is fruitful representation and relevancy. Now, get a warning. Get a warning. The warning is that none of these two is important than the other. Once you put small dirty beside the plate of your food, even if you carry your eyes come out, in your mind, it will still be there. So also the issue of financial reporting qualities. For academics among us, I will get to a level where to train you how to do this in your project, what you will use. Now, faithful representation and what? Relevancy. The link among these two is materiality in between them. If you read very well and effectively, you will understand what I'm saying. Now, let us go to enhancing. So I open the field for you. Give me enhancing characteristics. Enhancing. Those characteristics that enhance financial reporting quality. I know you know it all. Timeliness, understandability, verifiability. Oh yeah, go on. Okay. Completeness. See, that person that posted this thing, you copy it from somewhere. I know what I'm talking about. Comparability, timeliness, comparability. Okay, reliability. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fumilayo, thank you. Thank you. Now, a warning. All these characteristics must be present, whether enhancing or fundamental, before you can say a financial statement is of good quality. A financial statement that is comparable with different financial statements in another claims, but lack timeliness, is not a good financial statement. The one that we cannot verify the source into the financial data that makes it is not a good financial statement. The financial statement that is not complete cannot pass the test of useful comparability and timeliness for financial statement. So, in order to ensure that you are complete with what you are saying, the single ladies and gentlemen, you must understand one thing, that some factors are there to affect financial reporting. Apart from these qualitative characteristics, there are some factors that you must guide against when you are preparing your financial statement, and you don't want any of the users of financial statement to hang on you. One, what you need to take into consideration is accounting standard. You know, certain accounting standards are meant to be used for treatment of certain accounting transaction. You must understand that, where they will say this standard does not cover so transaction, but another standard. You must understand that. Another point or factor is management integrity. No matter how your accounting want to have integrity, if the management of that company have another thing in mind, of course you are pretending to be a good accountant. The financial statement will not be of integrity, because if there is no ethical management, which is essential for high quality reporting, management will make mockery of that, because they have Henny's management in mind. They have creative accounting in mind, so it will not allow it to work. What about your internal control? These days, internal control position and functions can never be underrated. And I cannot come here to come and be telling you that auditors need to also assess the effectiveness of internal controls to ensure whether it can prevent and detect error, even fraud, even to ensure the reliability of that financial information that they want to audit. Another point I want to tell you is auditor independence and competency. Now, me and you and company want to audit a company like multinational companies. It will not work. And that's why this issue of a merger for audit firm is being our joint audit. So auditors independent, don't forget this aspect of our life that says that auditor need not to just be independent. You must be seen to be independent. I am auditing Madam Inwadike, the chairman of Oluyole and Disease Society, but they keep seeing her and her children in my house every day. Where is the independence? Where is my competency to do that? So those are the other factors, apart from qualitative characteristics of financial reporting, that can affect the quality of financial statement. What about regulatory environment? That is, if there is no effective regulatory oversight, of course, nobody in life would like to be audited. Nobody will like to be audited. So, and if you like, go to the bedroom 20 times and go and bath. If you use your left hand to touch your bum, it will still smell. Therefore, you must be watched. You must have people checking what you are doing, not a winchant activities. Now, let me give you one or two more of these factors. So because of those of our academia among us, you also need to check the corporate governance. If the corporate governance of that organization is not strong, including independent audit committee or the issue of accountability and transparency, you will not have quality of financial statement. And the last point I want to give you here, if I still remember, is technological advancement. Don't forget, we were taught when we were writing our Ican that depreciation is what? Gradual reduction in the who can remind me of the depreciation, gradual reduction in the value of asset due to inflation of time, change in technology, advancement, your own taste self. So I'm picking that technology. The moment technology affects your way of preparing financial statement, honestly, you are doing nonsense. Now, let me remind you of this. Godwin, if Excel produced by Microsoft Office in 1998 is okay, where will there be Office 360? If you were conversant with your Office tools now, we now have Copilot Office tool now, which was released within the last few days. Okay, so you must move in line with that so that the quality of what you do will be better. And I give you an example. If your financial statement is a subject of litigation and they call you to come and defend your financial statement, and I am your opposing lawyer, then you are in suit, because the first question I will ask you is that, Mr. Accountant, what did you use to prepare this your financial statement? You know, you want to say you pass Ican, you write it on your head, you are FCA, and I ask you, what did you use? You now say you use Excel. And I will ask you, are you aware of Sage? Are you aware of Tally? And you say yes. Why don't you use those ones? You now say because I don't know how to use it, because I don't have money. Those that have superior firepower application software, you think they don't know what they are doing? If the tools you use to do your work is not that powerful, is not reliable, then whatever the outcome of it can never be relied on. Then it affects the quality of your financial information. Okay, Godwin, so what is all this stewardship all about? So what will now be the importance of financial reporting quality as I'm winding down? Investor confidence, sound economic decision, reduce information asymmetry, efficient capital allocation, reduce cost of capital, market stability. Those are the things I want to tell you, and I feel that you'll be able to cope with it. Now, no matter how godly you are in the business of financial reporting quality, you will have one or two challenges. And the challenges will be the mind of people that want to manage their earnings. And the concept is called earnings management, which you can call creative accounting. What about fraudulent financial reporting? People that premeditate fraudulent activity will have started putting wrong figure from ab initio, and then the end result will be challenges to this. What about complex transaction? Some of us, when we are looking for 1 naira to balance the account, we rather go and put 1 naira somewhere, not knowing that this 1 naira may throw out 1 billion elsewhere. Okay. What about subjectivity about our accounting estimate? These are challenges. But the simple ladies and gentlemen, let me just conclude this aspect by saying that financial reporting quality is just that thing you should not do without in accounting shenanigans, because it's give organization the necessary firepower it deserves. So if you now link your preparation of financial statement through digital accounting, you base it on digital technology, you use blockchain technology to wrap it up, then your data, your accounting figure will be immutable, will be transparent, will have security, and no single staff can create trouble for you. So in this, I've told you about component of financial reporting quality. If you link it with digital technology in accounting, then you are talking about cloud computing, automation, data analytics, and the likes. And I'm showing you how the smart contract, crypto, supply chain, and enhanced audit will work. And the impact of this technology on financial quality is that it will enhance the quality of what you are doing. It will improve transparency. It will increase efficiency. You have better decision. And if the accuracy and integrity is anything to go about with what we are saying, then you are coming back home. And I've told you some challenges about each of these, but look at the challenges and the risk of digital, the challenges and the risk of digital technology in financial reporting will be cybersecurity, the complexity. Some of us, when it is too complex, we go. Now, when you are moving your data, your processing into a cyber space or digital space, then you should be looking for problem with data privacy. This district has already taught you about data protection and the likes some time ago. Then look at vendor dependency, integration, and maintenance of the system you are looking for. You know, it is very easier for somebody to come and speak Turanchi in your office or say, bring this system, bring that system. You get that system done, then your managing director, your board of directors that went to India and China to get this information, we now send 2 ogas to India to go and train. When those people come back, they say, Oropo nunu wekobo. So when they say Oropo nunu wekobo, that is, a lot to learn. Instead of them to send those shop floor staff that are actually working on this, they will now send you to OG to come and learn, send you to OJ Silicon to come and learn. That is the problem we have on this. And you must be able to apply the wisdom that we have in the system development life cycle as we were taught in Ican. And the future trend in digital accounting and blockchain will be that it will continue to revolutionize what we do. You may not survive the future of accounting if you still continue to say, this is the way we are doing it. I see some people in the realm of things, they'll say, this is what they have been doing. This is how it should be done. You'll be sacked because you are not moving with time. Then you need cloud. You need to ensure that repetitive tasks are no longer done by human beings. They call it iterative activities. You must be proactive because risk management, risk analysis are not just what you can do. Now, if you talk about digital technology, you must have artificial intelligence, which come with machine language, machine learning. And I've told us in some of our presentations that this artificial intelligence is nothing but something that can learn, something that you build that can learn from your activities. And when it learns from your activities, it can also continue to do that repetitive thing that you have trained it to do, and you are done. It will help you to do whatever. We don't have time today, and maybe next time we come on board, we'll be able to see how it works. Now we have the decentralized finance and tokenized assets. All these are part of what you can enjoy when it comes to digital accounting, and it has positive impact on digital technology because it enhances accuracy and reliability. It also helps you to improve timeliness and real-time reporting. Now, these are the quality that we need you to assume as an accountant. So the issue of transparency and compliance will be increased if you adopt certain technology that we are talking about. Then regulatory requirements and reporting will not be an issue because you will not even be afraid to give viewing right to the regulator to see your system before they move there. Why will I need Federal Land Revenue to come to my office if I don't have anything in my cupboard? All I need to do is to give them viewing right. They can download my statement and do whatever they want to do with it instead of distorting and disturbing my work. Okay? I've talked about the negative impact of you moving online, but that notwithstanding, whether cyber risk or integrated issue or over-reliance on automation, you must still continue to be online. And Yoruba will say, even when you are trying to learn how to ride horse, and the horse somersaults you and you fall down, you must go home, you must still ride the horse. Have you seen somebody that has accident? When they want to still carry the corpse, it's still the car that another car they will still use to. So you must not tell us that because of the fact that we have issue in accounting and the internet is you must continue. And that's why it is safe for me to conclude today that digital accounting and blockchain technology will continue to change the way our financial landscape look. And because of this issue of benefit that we have, notwithstanding the risk, notwithstanding the challenges, you still need to continue to embrace it because there's no option. Going back to the wilderness is no longer an option. You must embrace best practices. You must implement robust security measures to ensure that you sail through on this, okay? Because the result is accuracy, efficiency, and transparency. The road ahead for digital accounting, blocking financial reporting is that you must ensure efficiency, accuracy, and adoption of cloud computing. The chairman of our district, leaders of our district, chairman of all other district society that are here, thank you for honor God in me by joining us in this training today. As at this time, we have 438 people on board. I want to say thank you for listening to this small boy. If you have any challenges, you can raise your issue now or chat me privately for this. Before you start asking, the slide will be made available to everybody. For people in academics, I will definitely attend to you if you need how to break this down to variable. If the chairman permits, during question and answer, I can shed more light on it. I just want to be a responsible presenter by using my 1 hour. And the 1 hour is now 6 minutes over it. Thank you so much. Though they use 6 minutes to read my profile, so I've taken it back. Over to you, the chairman, technical secretary, and secretary of our district. I appreciate you all.
Thank you, Professor of Accounting and Forensic Auditing and Finance.
Everything.
Mr. Oshulana, can you anchor the question time just briefly before we, give the proof, the plug, then we end the training section.
My chairman, sir, in the absence of our technical secretary,
yeah,
I can stand in for him.
Okay, go ahead.
Distinguished members of the model district, you can't get it better anywhere. Can we just give an applause to our dear Professor Godwin Oyedoku? He didn't disappoint as usual. It's always a teacher is always a teacher. That's what I always tell you. Thank you very much, my professor. We appreciate you, sir.
Thank
So
you,
if you
sir.
have questions, can you signify by raising your hand? Please, the ground rule is we don't want another lecture. It is a question, just your name and straight to the question, please. Your name
They are
and
muted. You need
straight
to be
to the
unmuting
question.
them. Oh. They have
Oh,
all been
okay,
muted. You have to be
okay, okay.
unmuting them if they indicate.
Okay, so Mr. Chinedu.
Okay, good evening. Thank you, Prof. A great one. I mean, the beauty of learning is when it is casual and conversational, and you did that. So please, regarding digital technology in accounting, I have a question or maybe just requiring your comment. Where is the place of extensible business reporting language, SBRL, in all this? Thank you.
Well, to just quickly answer you, it's still part of those tools that we use, and it can be accommodated under digital technology that supports accounting shenanigans in digital sense. Don't forget that this was around 2011. This was gaining ground, but gradually it's coming down. Now, nobody is talking about it again because that time they said it is easier to report and design. Even they have association, which they were calling some of us, but today, AI has superseded all those things.
Thank you, sir. My elder, sir, Pastor Ayodabo. You can ask your question, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair, and thank you, Prof, for always doing a great job. I always ask myself, is it fair to all concerned? How can one man be this brilliant and be this energetic? You've done well today, as usual. Prof, I listened to everything you said, but I'm always asking myself, with all the cyber attack, the malware, and all these security issues we have, and the promotion of AI and all these blockchain technology and all of that, where is the place of security in this? I didn't really get much of that in your deliverance. I'm wondering if you can say something about that.
Thank you so much for hyping this small boy. But the issue is that, let me get back at you for saying you didn't hear much of security. I mentioned security more than 10 times in my slide. And I told everybody here today that the fact that the security issue is an issue does not mean you will stop doing what you want to do. That we cannot go back to the wilderness. If you recall, I said we cannot go back to the wilderness. I use English to explain Yoruba proverb that Beshimba Dani Eshin Lagun by saying, if somebody have accident and the person died, they will still use to carry that person go home. So we cannot say because of security issue we want to go back to, okay, now because of stealing and the likes, let's all of us go and drop our telephone and don't use GSM again because we hate Obasanjo. It can't happen. So my own is that the security issue is a business of some people in twofold. One, it is a business of some people to cause security issue. It is their way of living. They must continue. It is also a work and way of living for other people to also help you secure. Now, it is your own responsibility as the owner of the data and the life to also be guided. Three of you want to live and you must coexist. And that's why Bible will say, let Ekwana and Lukuyama continue to grow. On the day of harvest, we separate them. Everybody must survive. And that is why big fish at times eat small fish in the pond. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Adedayo.
Yes, good evening, sir. Good evening, Prof. I really enjoyed your session today. Like, it's one of the most insightful sessions I've had in a while. Yes, you've talked about blockchain accounting, financial reporting. Can you just help us with how it goes in, like, do you think accounting has a future in Web3? Because people are talking about Web3 is like a new future of cryptocurrency. Do you think accounting has a place in like Web3? Yes, that's your question.
Okay, my brother, if you look at how accounting started, you will know that nothing can erase the place of accounting. And for the benefit of our colleagues, Web3 refers to the next generation of internet that aims to decentralize online interaction using blockchain technology. So if what I presented is anything to go by, what is new, what is in Web3 that we are not seeing now? I said, well, some of us started from using analysis book now, and we survived. How many decades now? We survived it, okay? So if Web3 is the next generation of internet, and it aims to decentralize online interaction, it means accounting will continue. But it's only those of us that are ready to change our mindset and move with time, okay, we continue to survive it. So, and that's why this society is always on top and bringing the best to explain certain things to us. Web3 will meet us alive. Then, don't forget, they said computerization of accounting will take our job. We are no longer talking about computerization accounting. They said internet will take our job. It has not been able to take my job. They now said, when they start Zoom, there will not be classroom again. They are still classroom till tomorrow. They said, okay, ChatGPT. Now we now have DeepSeek, whatever they call it, taking the job of ChatGPT. They will continue to take their job, not our job, once we continue to be relevant. Web3, welcome.
Okay, thank you, my prof. Okay, sir. Fani Moko, Jan Olua.
Good evening, sir, and thanks for the presentation. Thanks for always training us. I have just one question. Can you please enlighten us on the proxies used for digital technology? Thank you, sir.
Say it again.
The proxies used for digital technology.
Oh, okay. That language you spoke is an academic language. Okay, now, the single ladies and gentlemen, she's talking about process. Now, in academics, when we talk about process, we are talking about that which you can use to represent certain variable. So when you talk about digital technology and what you can use to measure digital technology, you go back to the concept. Under digital technology, you have digital data. You have electronic devices and systems. You also have, which one is more better that I can give you? You also have software and application. You have, can I say, how many have I mentioned? Because I'm not writing it down anywhere. You also have data analysis too. Now, so depending on your topic, if you give me your topic, I'll be able to help you operationalize it. So for any good topic, just look for 4 processes for the left-hand side variable, look for another 4 processes for right-hand variable. Depending on the nature of the school that you are going, some will regress left-hand over right-hand variable. In other schools, they use right-hand all over left-hand variable. And let me break it down, if my chairman will permit. Effect of Godwin on student performance. Student performance is right-hand variable. Effect of Godwin is left-hand variable. Now, left-hand variable is usually the paracetamol that will cure the headache of right-hand variable. It is student performance that is sick. Godwin effect is the paracetamol that will cure the sickness. So if you want to adopt left hand all over right hand, you will now go and break Godwin down and say, bring 14 from Godwin. Godwin intelligence, Godwin education, Ibolotiwa, that is from where does it come from? His family and culture. Then is height, 4. You cannot say, Godwin, what is the effect of Godwin intelligence on student performance? Number 1. What is the effect of Godwin education on student performance? What is number 3? What is the effect of Godwin height on student performance? And the last one, what is the effect of Godwin family background on student performance? That's how to do it. But in some other school, like I said the other time, they will break student performance into variables. And then when they break student performance into variable, you cannot say CGPA is mode of talking. Then you cannot be saying Godwin effect on students CGPA, Godwin effect on student intelligence. That's how it was. So for digital technology, you only need 4. I always advise people not to go more than 4. So, and I've been able to give you that. Another thing you can use is to look for area of digital technology. And I can quickly give you another 3 or 4. 1, pick artificial intelligence, and I prefer this. Pick artificial intelligence, pick cloud computing, pick Internet of Things, pick blockchain technology, and the 5th one is cybersecurity as your variable. If you bring money, I'll talk more than this. Over to you, my technical secretary and secretary.
Thank you.
Hello. We should just entertain maybe one question, and after then we can collate and attend to them via their email or WhatsApp.
Okay, we have 3 hands up. Can we take the 3 while Prof will answer the 3 all together in quick succession?
I will forget. You know, I don't have good retention memory.
Okay, let's
let me answer them one by one. Make my Ashiri note too.
Okay, sharp. Abimbola Adams, straight to your question, sir. Okay, Olushola.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you so much for the presentation. So it was really insightful. Sir, my question is, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. My question is based on the government sector. How can the government sector actualize this digital transformation, and what is the sync between the government sector and the private sector? Because you talked about presenting your financial statement for tax and all that. I'm looking at what will the government do on their part that would be able to help them sync their work using this digitalization. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so very quick one. Why it will not work within the next few years in government sector is because people profit in complexity. Once everything is straightforward, they will not be able to make money again, so they will not want it. You can imagine government sector Akura concept and private sector Akura concept. We've been using Akura concept since the day of John the Baptist, and they are just talking about it last year or 2 years ago here. By the time you streamline things, they will not want it to work. And whoever is the president that will cause it to work, that president will not be popular. So the difference between the two is that in my own company, OGA and Co., I don't have excesses that anybody can misbehave on. If you misbehave, you are going home without disciplinary committee. But in government sector, the law says there is a disciplinary level and you must pass through it. They bring NIPS. I'll be watching them, they call them. It is the worker that will even go and tell government how they want to pay, how they want to be paid. I've never seen that kind of thing in my life. So, but let me not be a prophet of doom. Look at what Financial Reporting Council have done. They have championed all this. They are now having code for public sector. I hope it works. Thank you. Then you are talking about the link between the two. Yes, you need private sector to collaborate with public sector, but they will not allow it because people will not be able to get unnecessarily wealthy through it.
Okay, Abimbola Adams.
Good afternoon, Prof. I really enjoyed this your great lecture. So thanks for giving us this powerful presentation. So my question is that what is the relationship between data analytics and digital accounting? Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Data analytics is just tools that you use to dig down into data for the purpose of you analyzing it, because your naked eyes, your shaking hands will not be able to allow you to just pick data and start looking at it. But when you use right tool, it will go into your data set, bring it up, and zoom it in its own database management system. You can now set query. Query will now give you pattern. That pattern is now what you can use to do what you want to do. So that's the relationship. Have I answered your question?
You want to believe, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very much, my prof.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Oshulana, are you in a position to continue?
No,
Yes,
I think, okay. We are continuing.
Yeah.
Let us round up.
Okay, well, thank you, Prof. Thank you for this job well done, sir. And for all that have asked questions, also thank you. Got to the question and answer session. Yeah, I think my chairman, it's time for us to appreciate our speaker for today and the award that's been sent to you. I think you can also help us to handle the session by officially appreciating him and presenting the award to him. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. This is what we call buy one, get three. So we request for one, we get multiple. You know, during the meeting, I mentioned that we have our partner chairman that is, you know, from the nomination from Ican. You are seeing that some members are retiring. And I also told you that we are not retiring. We are only recontesting. It's mandatory after spending 3 years in the council. So you go and recontest. Let me hand over to the pioneer chairman to appreciate our professor, and also to appreciate, we have some of district chairmen. We have chairman of Oluyole, you have chairman of Surulere, Dr. Rocco Oladapo. We have protect chairman Ogba Ojodu, Dr. Lekan Osinowo. We have the chairman Chokoto and many other chairmen. I don't know whether my Jesse can collate for me. So
I'm here.
Madam, you are talking to
I'm
me?
here, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you said I should appreciate them.
Yeah, no, I want Dr. Benga to appreciate. Yeah, you appreciate them, but I want Dr. Benga to Omidiji to help us present and appreciate the paper presenter.
Okay, no problem.
Dr. Omidiji, sir, over to you.
Thank you very much, my chairman, distinguished members of the Model District IGDS, and our professional colleagues who have joined from other districts. Thank you for taking time to be part of us, and congratulations to us once again for having a very rich and enlightening technical session. I want to also, on behalf of the district, the chairman and ESCO members and the entire membership of IGDS, appreciate our very own Professor Godwin Oyedokun for taking out his time to prepare and deliver such a wonderful lecture. I followed the trend, and I know that a teacher is always a teacher. So he turned the whole thing into a classroom, and I saw him dishing out instructions. And I think that makes it a much more exciting, and people can follow and can remember the trend of the discussions and the presentation. So on behalf of the chairman, ESCO, and the membership of IGDS, I've been asked to make this e-presentation of the appreciation plaque and award to yourself, Professor Godwin Oyedokun, for the exemplary service rendered to the district on this occasion of our February 2025 technical session. As usual, the physical plaque and award will be communicated and will be sent to your office. But meanwhile, permit us to make this e-presentation on behalf of the district. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my leader.
Thank you, sir, our chairman and our councillor. in the Council of Ican. I think we are rounding up. Do you have any announcement from the Secretariat?